Jester McCain.
From fat to fit.
Wrestling's biggest loser.
I used to stay on him. Boy.
All these reality weight loss shows must have inspired him or something. He's been on the gym.
It was the Screech VH1 show, I think.
I think he used to be confused. He thought it was a guy named Jim, and he was in a gay relationship for several years.
I ain't going to gym.
Yeah, he
I'm
said,
Jester McCain.
I've been going to gym for years now, and we finally said, it's not a gay guy you're supposed to be sleeping with. And he was like, oh, okay, and we signed him up for a membership. He's been doing great ever since.
I'm very proud of him. He's a good kid.
He's went a long ways.
Yeah,
I'm very proud of him too. He's one of
he's got no illegitimate children.
I got so much I can say about him.
We'll save that for the shoot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, me and him. We've been. I met him his first weekend. His first day in which was my second week, or start of my second week. And the one thing I want to say about him is him and his brother came in, Roman McCain, and I was stretching already, and they were coming for their tryout part, which is where you basically have ever been shot out of your mouth from freaking running and sweat so bad. And they asked me how hard it was. I said, "You're gonna get sick." And he goes, "Oh no, man, we mow yards." And I said, "All right." Next thing you know, I don't know if it was a day or two or a class or two later, he got labeled the KIA kid by Al Savage. And the thing was, out of the four of us that broke in together, me and Jester look at the ones that would probably flake off and be done with it in a matter of weeks or whatever. And it ended up being quite the contrary, because me and him have traveled together and been as tight of friends as possible for 8+ years now. I mean, I'd have to say for the show, because I'd have so much stories to tell that he's a part of or been in or is about. I mean, there ain't nothing we ain't done except for, bump uglies, of course.
He's almost pretty now.
His ugly's not that ugly.
Yeah,
exactly. Mine's definitely ugly, so.
He done lost weight, trimmed up.
2 gallons of Jim Beam, and buddy, I'm telling you.
All right,
it's very pretty.
This one might. Yeah, I don't know where this is gonna go. Red Anderson.
Next question.
Wow.
All right.
Red's an old timer from around here.
Yeah. What do you say?
All right, I can move on.
Oh wow.
All right.
How do you like working for him?
Well, I gotta be able to understand his position for a degree, because of the fact that I've been in this position. I like to think that whenever I was booking myself in the main at some points, and other times I wasn't, that I at least was in the upper part of the more talented part of that card. Whether or not that I was always involved in the best match of the night, there's a time when to say when. If there was something hotter going on than what angle I was in, then I was not at all a bit opposed to putting that as the main spot to focus around, as the main event. I would easily drop myself back to second place, third place, and fourth place in exchange for having that many hotter angles ahead of mine. So you can take that with what you want from that, he was on my list, of course, and we've
list of what?
I've had
of my top shittiest wrestlers, and it caused a little bit of heat, and we talked it out, and now we're in the same locker room once a month. So
Sid Summers.
Oh my God. To me, he's the person. He could teach a person who is retarded with an IQ of 68, and just by his facial expressions. When I watched him explain to this boy who was just about retarded, borderline retarded. What in Gabriel? This was in Canada, and this boy was, he was really off. But just by his expressions, saying, "You got to do this. You got to." It's a magic show. Just his whole rules of expression, and on top of him really having it, and his wrestling ability, he was just a look away from. The sky's the limit. He was clearly one of the best people I've ever been in the ring with. He is just great.
Did you ever work with him, Rocket?
Actually, Sid was working right when I first came into the business.
You missed
Sid
him.
happened to be here in the area working, and wow, just
anybody
he's one of the guys that
I special
up in the business watching in the ring, going, oh wow.
I special guest refereed a match with you and Sid against Bobby and Danny. I was a special referee for that.
Fairgrounds.
And
funniest guy on
he carried me. He totally was like, be here, be there, not now.
He did that to everybody. I mean, he could do that with 5 or 6 people as long as he's in the ring. He could tell everyone where they need to be at any time. He really I mean, he had great background training.
Yeah.
I wished I could have worked with him more.
Yeah, he was. I thought he was a nice guy.
I wish he was still a worker.
He talked funny though.
Yeah, he did.
He was Canadian.